Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I work for the East African Community, Lake Victoria Basin Commission, which is based here in Kisumu. It is a specialized institution of the East African Community, specifically formed to coordinate state and non-state actors towards the sustainable development of the Lake Victoria Basin. The problems of this basin, I think, have already been mentioned before. They are known. The water in the lake knows no boundaries, and it's a very huge resource, a transboundary resource. So our partner states, in recognition of the economic growth potential of this huge basin, formed the Lake Victoria Basin Commission to help facilitate the sustainable development of the basin. It is a huge task indeed. The potential is a lot because the basin covers about, it's huge. It spans 5 countries, apart from the Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania who share the lake. There's Rwanda and Burundi whose rivers feed into the lake. And the basin also houses about 40% of the people of East Africa. So you can imagine the potential of this basin and all the livelihoods which are based on this lake. It includes so many towns and cities, which include Kisumu, Kampala, Jinja, Mwanza, Bukoba, Kigali, and includes big major international areas like the Masai Mara, part of the Mount Elgon, Kericho, and all these Mau Summit Hills where the headwaters of the Mara come from. So anybody who does anything anywhere, it comes to impact on the lake. And us at Lake Victoria Basin Commission, we've been trying to find out and help get initiatives that will preserve this lake while helping us to sustainably use it for the benefit of the people of the region. This calls for various strategies because the problems are known. And in anything, planning is key, because if we fail to plan, we will not get very far, or it will take us forever to get there. So we usually advocate for point source initiatives. Having recognized that one of the biggest problems for Lake Victoria is environmental pollution, we have clustered the major sources of pollution into 3. The municipalities or the cities who are discharging raw waste into the lake. And for those, we try and help them resource mobilize to either renovate, expand, or even get new water and wastewater plus solid waste treatment plants done. For the industries, and people have talked here about industries discharging a lot of waste into the lake. For those, we have come up with what we call resource-efficient cleaner production technologies, whereby we encourage the industries to adopt these ones so that they don't go out of business, but then they mind the environment as they go about their business while obtaining more profit. In Kenya, this has started with the tea industries and the sugar industries. If you go to any of those, they'll be able to tell you what cleaner production centers and technologies have done for them. It's a success story, which actually needs to be replicated, and for which we are helping promote through research for higher uptake through another project which is promoting research in these technologies. And of course, in the process, we promote circular economies, blue economy, all sorts of alternative income generating activities which can be sustainably managed so that as we do poverty eradication, we conserve the lake. We don't kill the lake in the process. And for the people, we try and teach them, not teach them, we try and advocate for more sustainable consumption and livelihood practices. All sorts of things. It's a basket of practices that includes every home planting trees around its compound, every home having some fruit trees so you can have healthier children, every kitchen having a chimney, let's say, so that there's less respiratory diseases, basically to promote maternal and child health so that we have healthier families and they have more time to engage in sustainable income generating activities rather than the quick fall back to overfishing or cutting trees for charcoal. Because if they cut the trees for charcoal, it means you have more erosion and you'll get, apart from the plastic, you'll have more soil in the lake. So basically for us to conserve this lake, it's going to take a lot of initiatives, a lot of strategies which need harmonization. So we advocate for integrated sustainable development practices altogether. We are very happy that the youth are involved because they are the future and there will be no sustainability if the youth are not involved. They need to take this by the horns and come up with strategies that they themselves can implement. Usually because the problem is known, sometimes we tend to think of things at the top which we expect everybody else to do without mapping out how they're actually going to get down on the ground and getting the buy-in, especially of the youth, who we need to educate their fellow youth and to actually practice this. So as I stand here today, I feel extremely privileged to be addressing youth and to recommend that whatever policies we as regional government, as national government, as country government do, we see how best to package them in such a way that they're easy for the youth to adopt. And I would recommend for the youth to form communities of practitioners, which are groups of similar-minded people, but now across, because it will take more than one group to get this done. But if we have similar communities of practitioners all around the lake, in the basin, then collectively, one, will be able to collect data easier for research. We'll have more people actually doing or implementing what needs to be implemented on the ground, and we stand a better chance of having an impact and of getting the lake cleaned up and vibrant once again. At the Lake Victoria Basin Commission, we basically advocate for policy. So if anybody comes up with anything that they think is worth taking to our policy makers, our doors are open because we have the capacity to actually get all the relevant ministers within the community, and that is the 6 partner states of Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, and South Sudan, sitting on one table, discussing the same issue to come up with a harmonized way of doing things. Because as we said, the waters in that lake know no boundaries. And it affects all 6 countries, plus Egypt, because if we get it wrong, they also get affected. So we usually facilitate networking because it's going to take a lot of us in very many different capacities to get this done, and our doors are open. Our mandate currently may be limited to the Lake Victoria Basin, but because of our expertise in transboundary natural resource management, whenever we are called upon to do so, to provide our expertise in helping form some of these things, we are usually very helpful and we will always be available. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.